Hi there, Pisces. Healing Grasshopper here to do a bonus reading for November. So for the foreseeable future, I will be doing bonus readings different than the monthly and weeklies, with starting with oracle cards. Um, because I don't know if any of you feel like you're missing out with oracle cards in the regular readings, because Spirit has omitted the oracle cards for the regular readings for like the past year. And I think it's because Spirit feels it's important to focus on the tarot's message. Like they feel like the tarot is enough. But for the bonus readings, I have made the deal with Spirit to provide you with oracle advice. Um, so for this bonus, Spirit has chosen one oracle card for you. It's from the Esther Hicks deck, and it says, I cannot create in the experience of another, which is very interesting. You have, like, if you can see the picture there, this is supposed to be you when you are naked, um, hovering above an enormous, like, lace ghost-like dress, which says to me, this is, first of all, the dress doesn't fit you. Um, it's not practical for you. And here you are flying above it. You are free from that which does not suit you, right? So here it says you cannot create in the experience of another because you cannot think their thoughts. What you can do for them is set the example of joy. Becoming a being who thinks only of that which you are wanting, who speaks only of that which you are wanting, and who does only that which you are wanting, and therefore brings forth only joyful emotion, right? So I totally get it for you, Pisces. Pisces, you are very much the people pleasers. Along with maybe like uh, Libra and Cancer, you are very concerned with what everyone else thinks and feels because you are strongly empathetic. So your main concern is making sure everyone else is okay, right? But here's the thing, not just Pisces, we're all of us going through a major transformation. And we see that transformation happening all around us. There are really kooky things happening in the world, um, things happening in the US. Um, you know what? And I'm not going to get too much into it, but you see the things happening around you. Then there is the bizarre things happening in space. Um, the number of solar flares that we've been experiencing that are bringing light codes. It's human resonance really doing extraordinary things. That kind of thing. There, wherever you turn, if you're really watching, there's, unprecedented change happening. Okay, so that change is not just happening outside of us, it's also happening within us. And I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see the Hermit card show up for you, because this is very much Hermit like. This is about looking within and um, tuning the outside out for the purposes of um, self-discovery and self-improvement. So let's see what we have for tarot. Yeah. So this is the Nine of Wands represents what I was talking about. The things happening outside of you that you very much notice and that you feel overwhelmed by, especially you Pisceans who are really leaning into what I was talking about, the people pleasing and that kind of thing. It's starting to feel burdensome. And that is because that's not in alignment with what you are supposed to be doing right now. So there's going to be a strong feeling, a small, a strong call of your instincts, right? You're really going to get the urge to do things, urges that you can't ignore, urges not to go to a party, urges not to be available all the time for your friends, urges to take quiet time for yourself, that kind of thing. Urges not to say yes to every task that your boss throws at you. Sometimes it's okay to say, listen, this is too much for me. Can this go to someone else? I've got all these other things. That kind of thing. You don't have to tell your boss to F off or anything, but you know what I mean. For the entrepreneurs, not taking on every single contract that's offered to you, that kind of thing. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. This is about stepping into, wow. I'm surprised that pentacles are coming out so quickly in your reading. Um, but this is saying don't feel overburdened. As soon as you align yourself, things will be easier and there'll be plenty of. Queen of Pentacles points to material abundance, usually money, but this can also point to um, support on the physical plane, right? This can be anything from, a coworker offering help, like I said, to take care of a task, to delegating tasks, to getting help, to hiring a cleaning lady, that kind of thing. It's not just money, although there's that too. So you can look forward to that. Um, it doesn't mean that it's all going to come in this month, but there's going to be a sighting on the horizon, at least of it. Some of it might arrive in this month, but for those of you who don't see it in this, uh, don't physically receive it in this month, you will see it, like I said, coming on the horizon. Ooh, the King of Pentacles. Wow, not reversed. This represents balance and abundance. So there is um, creativity and there is authority here. This is you really moving into your abundance. And this also is saying, a lot of spiritual people can kind of renounce material possessions. Like, oh, that's not what I'm supposed to be. Especially like water signs will be very much like that. Like, oh, it's not about the money, it's about the the spiritual experience. But you are on the physical plane. You are going to need money. You're going to need some things um, to help you on your path. And there's nothing wrong with a little extra something. And that's what this is talking about. But you've got to have a healthy relationship with it and not thumb your nose up to it. You need to receive it with open arms, right? And also put out the energy to receive it at some point. So the Knight of Wands, and see how he's facing the pentacles here. This is you not being afraid of collecting what's yours because the universe is ready to deliver it to you. Ace of Swords, isn't that interesting? I just did Aquarius and Ace of Swords came out for their results. And I'm pretty sure Capricorn got Ace of Swords in their bonus too. Um, so this is clarity. My eyes went to the crown here. You've got divine clarity. You have clarity coming. Remember over here, I said that you are going to have stronger and stronger urges towards your instincts, towards your calling from the universe. It's going to be unmistakable. That's going to be very clear to you. As those urges, I just thought of like labor pains. You know, those contractions are there for a reason, and it's there to help your body do what it needs to do. This clarity is like that, where what you need to do is going to come naturally so that you can carry on the tasks that you need to that you need to engage in. Um, Now, so far, it's not talking about the tasks yet. This is you, this is a change of mindset here that is starting with, right? Unburdening yourself with tasks and having a healthier relationship with material possessions and not being afraid to work towards it, desire it, right? And that will all become clear to you, plus more. Strength. Strength under the Nine of Wands is you having the inner strength to deal with the incoming tasks, right? This is very much the message. God never puts anything in front of you that you can't handle. That's what this is. That, yeah, you're going to feel tired along the way, but, that's all right. You will rise to the challenge and you'll have plenty of energy to complete them. What else we got, Spirit? Queen of Swords. Okay. Here is a message that a lot of the collective has been getting lately. Because we are in a transition, we're moving into a new role in our lives. There is going to need to be an elimination of some of these wands here. There might be too much that you're dealing with right now, Pisces, and Aquarius. Their message was very much that. So if you have Aquarius in your chart, I would go have a look at that. But there's a certain element of this in almost all the signs where it's like, look, your new role is going to have a new set of tasks. So some of the old tasks you're going to need to let go of. And as soon as you let go of those things, you are going to feel refreshed and more aligned with your purpose, is what the Six of Wands is saying. The Magician. Manifestation. And under the Knight of Wands. This is saying that what you put your mind to and what you work towards will produce the results that you desire. And of course, there's always the caveat of things not coming out exactly the way that you envision them, but it does serve the purpose. Like you want to, that's a new one. Spirits never brought that to my attention before. But let's say you are a spiritual leader of some kind and you want to open a public sacred space like uh, a church or something. Um, you may have uh, some kind of vision of how the church looks like, and you may want like um, hmm, there's a church in California that I went to once. It's like made entirely of glass. If you Californians know what I'm talking about, it's like in the LA area. Um, and it's like there's hardly any stone or concrete. It's like floor to ceiling glass. Um, you may envision a glass church like that, but that's not what comes about. What, manifests itself is maybe a storefront, but it's still a place to have a church. Right. And you're disappointed because you don't have the beautiful glass church, but it'll serve its purpose. So that's just the caveat that when you are manifesting, not to be rigid about your expectations. The moon, right? Wow. These bonus readings have really been spectacular. We're going to talk about the moon in just a moment. Ooh, the hangman. Fantastic. Not reverse. Either of them? No. Okay. So the moon talks about your outlook and your expectations, and how, and this is very related to what I was saying, right? Not to be rigid in your expectations because you can't predict the future. The future is unknown to us. And the moon represents a lack of clarity. But in this reading, this is like embrace the unknown. You need to be comfortable with the unknown, Pisces, right? The moon can also carry a bit of the of intuition here too, and where you need to let your intuition lead you as opposed to your ego too, which fits in with the whole, glass church. The glass church desire is very egoic, right? And there's nothing wrong with wanting the glass church. I'm saying, that's fine. This is beautiful. And maybe at some point, just because you get the storefront doesn't mean at some point you may work up to the glass church too. Like don't you don't have to relinquish your dream. Just don't be rigid, is what I'm saying. Okay. So if you guys know what church that is, let me know in the comments. What's it called? It's really pretty. And it was very much set like there were tall trees around it and it was very peaceful and like forest like around it. Anyway, the Hanged Man is about perspective. Your perspective is very important, right? So, and this is very much pointing to this here, that there's got to be a balance between your projected desire and your alignment with your purpose, right? And what's in between there. They go together. But it's going to be very important that you keep your eye on the spiritual ball, so to speak. And you'll understand what that purpose is more and more as the weeks go by. You know, because as you have that perspective, you will realize how unimportant the glass church is. And the real importance is the spiritual work that you do inside the church, not what, you know what I mean? That perspective is going to come with your intuitive clarity here. Ace of Swords. Okay, guys? Do we have clarification cards? No. That is a reading, guys. So let me know how you feel, what you're thinking in the comment section. If you want to let me know how this resonates, if you have questions, suggestions, you want to talk about something unrelated to this, whatever you want to talk about, don't hold back because I love comments. Not just because what it does for me in the algorithm, which I do need help with the algorithm, I'm not going to lie, but the comments really are for my own morale. It helps uplift me in the midst of the difficulties that the YouTube algorithm brings to small content creators. Not so kind to us. It can really be demoralizing and discouraging. So the antidote to that is hearing from my viewers. It makes me so happy. So don't hold back because I'll be thrilled to hear from you. I answer every single comment. It may take me a few days, but I will get to you, every single one of you. Um, don't forget to hit the uh, like and subscribe button. I am close to like 6 subscribers away to 1,000, which is a milestone for me. So every single one of you counts. Every single one of your subscriptions count. It is a very quick gesture, costs you nothing, but really means the world to me and uh, helps the channel grow. Okay. Even if you think you are subscribed, check for me anyway. Some of you are going to be surprised that you are not subscribed. So go ahead and click. Thank you so much. Um, if you really want to help me out and help the channel grow, what you can do is have a look at the playlist section. I have many playlists. There is a Pisces playlist and many others. Choose one, set it to autoplay, and have it on as background noise. Even while you're doing your daily tasks, even while you're winding down at night, because watch hours mean everything to a growing channel, small channel. Okay. Um, I'm assuming this is your sun sign that you're watching. What you may not realize is your moon, rising, and north node signs are just as important to follow. If you don't know what those are, you can find out very easily and for free online. Just Google calculate my blank sign. Um, choose one of the free sites that'll calculate it for you. Come back to the Healing Grasshopper channel and watch the corresponding videos. Shout out to all of my viewers, my English speakers, US, UK, Canada, Australia. I see you in my analytics and I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. To my non English speakers, wow. Spanish speakers, Portuguese speakers, Filipinos and Indians, thank you so much for your support. I see you also in my analytics and I appreciate your support. To the Hindi speaker that asked me to dub my videos, thank you very much for the suggestion in the comment section. But my channel is not yet grown large enough to afford that. So I do ask that you stick with the channel, put up with the subtitles for now, and watch the channel and help the channel grow. As we get, as the channel grows, we will get there together. Okay, guys? I will speak to you soon, Pisces. Love, light, and many blessings.